Now, as we continue to look at the New Testament theme and New Testament purpose for revival, we need to be reminded that it's not just for the dead to come to life, the lost to be saved. It's not just for those who are backslidden out of the will of God to be restored. It's also for Christians who are in right relationship with God, or those who are living for God, those who are serving God. And you know, as we live for God, as we serve God, and as we live in obedience to God and are faithful to Him, you know, that road gets long, that road gets weary, that road gets tiresome. And so the Apostle Paul reminded young Timothy, young Pastor Timothy, of something, to do something. In 2 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 6, he says, "For this reason I remind you to kindle afresh the gift of God which is in you through the laying on of my hands." And so what he's literally saying right here is, seek God for revival, seek God for continual revival within your life. You're living for God, you're serving God, you're a pastor, so you're living in obedience to God. You don't have this open rebellious sin within your life, but I need to remind you to kindle afresh the gift of God that is within you. And so that is the picture of this, little small ember, that as you kindle afresh. Another translation uses the phrase stir up. Another translation uses the word fan into the flame. And so the purpose is to fan into that flame, or kindle afresh, or stir up that little small ember and allow it to become a raging fire. Don't allow it to stay that small ember, but you allow God to make that a raging fire within you. Kindle afresh the gift of God that is within you. Now remember that Old Testament definition of breathing in the breath of God? God, that ember, that fire that's within me, God, would you kindle that thing afresh? God, would you fan into the flame? God, would you stir it up? Don't allow it to be just a little bitty ember. It's there. And I love you and I'm serving you, but God, stir it up. Make a raging fire within me, within my pastor, within the leadership of my church, within all of my church. God, would you kindle afresh, fan into the flame, stir up your gifts that are within us and set us on fire to be a raging inferno for you. Would you pray that God would spark that revival within you through the kindling afresh of the gifts of God within you?